How often have you felt empty, alone, scared of what might happen next, not knowing what could be or what might be? When did we lose track of our self-worth? When did we decide that someone else could decide for us? And when will we stop allowing it to happen? Imagine if there was a really easy way to fix it, to change the way we think, to be the person we see in the mirror. Become the person you know deep down inside you are. Don't let negative influences hold you down. Live your truth, but always be yourself.
Hey guys, so before we get into the video, I wanted to do a quick little rundown about what to kind of expect throughout this video. As I was recording it, it turned into more of like a documentary slash miniseries type thing. Well, ultimately, like, it just ended up being 2.5 hours long, and while I was sitting, at my computer trying to shorten it, edit it, find things to take out, I just kind of figured out that there's a lot of things in there that I don't want to cut. So instead of making it one video, kind of updating you guys on everything that's been going on in my life, and like I've been talking about my coming out video, that's kind of the main focus of it. So tonight, well, now at midnight is when I'm going to release this video. Hopefully you're watching right now. But in this part of the video, we're kind of just going to be touching on, me, who I am, what made me want to do YouTube, and beginning the coming out story, because that's the whole overall theme for this video is, as I'm going to mention later on, I found my original coming out video from when I was 17, and I just wanted to kind of touch base on that. Also, kind of acknowledge some of the things that I have accomplished, that I wanted to accomplish in that video, and some things I didn't. But, as you're going to hear, a lot of things in the video are talking about, like, learning lessons and, ways to overcome stereotypes and just typical things that, the average gay person is going to experience as they go from a 17-year-old to a now 25-year-old, basically going from a boy to a man. So I think it's really awesome. Like, it was very eye-opening to me when I actually sat down and watched everything and, like, heard my thoughts coming out, and, really just thinking about the way they can impact someone. So if you take anything away from this video, I really hope you take that. So stay tuned. I'm going to try and not release these over like the course of 3 months, like how some other YouTubers do with their series. I just want to give each part time to breathe, time for you guys to hear everything and really get it. I don't want you to see a 2.5 hour video on YouTube and be like, oh my god, this dude's crazy. Like, I really want, people to hear this message. Really, Remy? I want people to hear this message, and I really want people to grasp it, and I'm hoping that, in my own weird way, I'm gonna potentially help someone get over some things, come to terms with themselves, just, I don't know, learn from someone who's been there, not make the same mistakes, and just really get my voice back out there in the world, because, I'll talk about this later on, but, I got really excited about doing this YouTube channel, then I kind of drifted away from it. This is the first video I've posted in 3 months, so, yeah. So, like I said, it's going to be a possible 4 to 5 part, mini documentary. We're calling it Today's Gay, instead of, piggybacking off of the It Gets Better video saga, because it's not really all about that. So I wanted to come up with kind of my own title for it, and really just like let you guys have a sneak peek behind my curtain, see a little bit, into my life and who I am, and, kind of prepare you, I guess, for what this YouTube channel is going to be like, and just some of the things I go through on my day-to-day life. So yeah, so here is part 1 of the possible 5-part, maybe 3 to 4-part, not quite sure yet how long it's going to end up being. That all comes down to editing, and I really just want to get some of this content out there for you guys to start watching and hopefully enjoying. But yeah, so without anything else other than my cute Christmas decorations, here we go. Part 1 of Today's Gay by Robbie Nick. Love you guys.
Hi guys, my name's Robbie, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know that today is National Coming Out Day. And since it is, I was just going to go ahead and make my coming out video, and that it gets better. The first time I told anyone I was gay, I was in 10th grade, and I told my best friend, whom was my girlfriend. And not only was she extremely supportive, she helped me through a lot of it and helped me get to where I could come out and be proud of it and accept myself for who I am. I didn't get to grow up with my family like most people did, but I grew up in foster care, and I came out to my foster parents, and they acted like they were okay with it, but then after a while, things started getting weird, and then, I sort of, they didn't let me do anything. I couldn't have any friends, really. The only friends I were allowed to have were people I went to church with, and then the people I did hang out with who I didn't go to church with, I couldn't hang out with them alone, which was really messed up. People I hung out with at work, I couldn't even be around them. Anyways, so as time went by, I tried to hide it, I tried to stay straight, I even tried dating girls again, and it just wasn't who I was. And finally, I just realized I didn't care anymore. I was about to be 18, I was ready to move out, so I was like, okay, well, I'm done pretending. So, I actually went to my very first Pride 2 years ago, and that was the very first time I ever actually encountered gay people. And it was so different compared to, what I was used to and everything. But ever since then, my life has slowly been so much happier. You develop, a better sense of friendship, you develop a better sense of who you are, and you just come to terms with being yourself. And it's such a great feeling when you finally accept yourself for who you are. People are going to, get upset about it and may even hate you for it, not want to be your friend anymore. But the people who say they were never your, people who say they're not going to be your friend anymore because you're gay, they were never really your friend in the first place, and that's a sign that you should have never even hung out with them. But you'll find new friends, and you'll be more happy with yourself. Don't come out until you're ready, but whenever you are ready, life is so much easier, and I promise. And there's hundreds and hundreds of stories of people who have came out, and people who have had horrible coming out stories, because I know there are, but it is better, and it does get better.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little while since I've been on here, and it's all for a good reason. Don't think it's because I've given up on this or that I started a hobby and dropped it in 2.5 seconds, which is something I've been known to do, but it's very different this time. I really enjoy making content. It's like I'm the star of my own TV show, and these are my confessionals in a way, which works for my inner narcissist. But I hear footsteps. Haven't heard any in forever. I was preparing for this video, and now I hear footsteps outside the door. It's my life. So today, there's kind of a wide range of things that I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about partly in why I have been absent for the last 3 months, pretty much on all my social media platforms, well, aside from my, Facebook, because that's just super private, and, I know everyone on there, and, I know that, I'm not going to get myself in trouble on there with things that are going on, which, nothing crazy. It sounds crazy, but it's not. But basically, I'm just going to kind of give you guys a rundown of, one, why I've been absent. I have 10 different videos that I have bits and pieces of that aren't completed, that I have to just commit to, film, edit, and upload, but I just haven't. So tonight, what I'm talking about is something I've been talking about from the very beginning of starting this channel, is that I wanted to recreate a old coming out video I found from when I was 17. So I kind of already, well, I watched it twice since I found it. So obviously I know what I was talking about, but it's kind of really interesting watching the depth I felt at such a young age, and like how oblivious to some things I were and how open to other things I was or am, whatever, at that time frame in my life. And I'm also going to, while I'm doing this, because I don't like just aimlessly staring at a camera, I am going to do a little bit of a makeup tutorial at the same time, just because I got some new stuff that I wanted to play with. And I just played with it a little bit today. Like I have makeup on, but it's from like 6 o'clock this morning, and it's now 1:05 in the morning. So bitch has creases everywhere. But anyway, so I'm gonna be doing that and kind of, you know, jumping back and forth from that to the coming out video and explaining why I've been MIA, basically, which I can't go into all the details yet. I want to so fucking badly, but I can't. I will be able to eventually. I touched on it in my last video where I was talking about the secret, or, you know, referring to S, or addition, things like that I've put on YouTube, which I just can't mention a whole lot of things about it on social media right now, but it's basically why I've been absent, and I want to just like explain that to the best I can without going too far into detail. I know it sounds fucking crazy. I'm sorry. It's my life. I've been very consumed in this S subject the last 3 months. I still have a lot of cool ideas. Like, I mean, just some things about me. Like, I'm so obsessed with like falling into holes on YouTube and on the internet in general, and just talking about like conspiracy theories. Well, I feel like conspiracies are so real, and that's something like I'm going to touch on a little bit today, but like not much at all, because that needs its own video. Honestly, like, I'm not trying to be Shane Dawson or anything, but like, I love conspiracy videos, and so does my my husband. Yes, keyword, you've heard fiance and boyfriend in the past, but now I have the word husband. Oh, that's embarrassing. I have my ring. It's 1 a.m. I took it off, but I did get married. Tying back to S, which is why I got married. My wedding is coming soon. I hope to have that filmed. I also have like a whole documentary of things that I've recorded and that I just can't share yet because I just can't. And we'll get into that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start, you know, talking about the coming out video, and, you know, basically I'm wanting to like re-up that video. I was 17 when I made it, like I said, so I want to like talk about like what my mindset was then, what it is now. I was really hoping to have this video posted last month, because last month was, you know, like the national like coming out day and all that, and it just didn't get to happen, and I'm sorry for that, but this is it now. So so that in this, I'm going to wipe off the nasty makeup that's been on my face since 6 a.m. I have recently been using a wide variety of different skincare products, which I'm not going to really go into that today, but like this is what I'm using to take off my makeup. It is a bubbling wipe for men who wear makeup, and it's black, and I like it. This is not sponsored. I'm not big on YouTube yet. I just really like this product. You may have saw in my last makeup tutorial video that I had done that, like, I didn't even notice this because like I'm not that self-aware most of the time with stuff like this, because like skin issues and things like that don't bother me as a person. Like, that doesn't affect my self-esteem. Like, that's not my triggers for self-esteem. But I've been using this Burt's Bees face wash every day in the shower, using these to take off my makeup, and just being fierce. Awkward wink inserted now. But no. Oh, totals. I didn't even say what I was talking about. In that last video of the makeup tutorial I did, my skin was breaking out so badly, and I didn't notice it until after I had rewatched the video, and like not even during the editing process did I notice it. This was like literally 4 days ago, when I was just like bored watching my own content, because again, narcissist, hello. I was like, good God, shit is broken out. So I just started, you know, going back to not traditions, like old roots, and just taking a little bit better care of my skin. And I stopped wearing a lot of the makeup that I was wearing in that other video because it was causing me to break out. Not cool. I'm not here for breakouts. Like, no one wears makeup to want to fucking break out. Like, hello. It's 2018. Like, no. Now, I'll be honest. Like, I am not a fan of the way these smell whatsoever. But, as you can see, like, that is, like, taking the shit off. And, of course, underneath the makeup comes my uneven ass motherfucking skin tones. Which, you know, no one is perfect, and to be human is flawed. And that's, like, my biggest fucking, like, motto to go by. And it's true, like, you know, you can be the most beautiful person in the world out on the outside. I bet that person, like, has some torturous ass demons inside, because no one's perfect at all times ever. And sorry, it's unrealistic. So, to jump in, and I'll lightly jump back and forth from talking about the products I'm using to talking about my coming out updates and all that. But like I said, I'm pretty much just doing the makeup part because I have new products that I haven't really got to try other than just like boom, boom, and go to work, because she works 40 hours and she doesn't have time. But I need to let my skin breathe for a second. I don't use primers. I'm not here for that. Oh, I'm also going to do a video soon about YouTube tea spilling. I have some conspiracy theories about YouTubers that, like, bigger YouTubers, like YouTubers that people who watch YouTube and, like, instead of watching a TV series, I'll watch YouTube series. That's just people in their day-to-day life. I have conspiracies for you. Okay. But, anyways, I have ditched a lot of my products that I had used in that last tutorial because I just, like I said, I was breaking out. If you watch the video, obviously, like, you know, and there's other videos I have where I've used the same products where, you know, I didn't have a massive fucking, like, caterpillar on my eyebrows, fucking on my face where my eyebrows should be. But, a lot of people are asking me, like, are you trying to be like James Charles? Like, are you trying to be like Manny? Like, no, not at all. Like, I am all for, you know, guys having glam looks. I'm for that. Like, that's cool. I get the concept of it. But, like, that's not me at all. Like, yeah, I would love to do, like, videos like that for fun. Like, to do a really sick smoky eye and, like, winged liner as fuck, because, you know, if you know me at all, like, with my makeup and, you know, products just in general, like, I love makeup. And that's, like, why I wear makeup. It's not because, like, I'm super insecure about my skin or anything like that. Like, I'm not. I like the concept of makeup. Like, I like the before and afters. I like, I just like the art behind it. And, like, you know, yeah, I mean, I guess I lied a little bit. Like, it does make me feel better about myself when I wear makeup. But, like, that's not the main reason why. Like, that's not why I wear it. It's because I have fun applying it. I have fun playing with it. I just, in general, like, I just really like makeup. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Just like there's nothing wrong with guys who do full glam looks. That doesn't make them, you know, any less attractive. You know, there's, to be gay, like, to be people who preach about being so open to love and to expression and all that. Like, gay people are the most closed-minded people when it comes to dating other gay men. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, femme mask, like, whatever, like, it has gotten so out of hand. Like, we're in the streets writing about, you know, the shit Trump will say, you know, and this is all part of, you know, like, the coming out stuff. Like, this is how I feel about the gay community in general at this point in my life, which I'm a proud member of the gay community. I am a gay man, openly gay, clearly. I think that we sabotage ourselves a lot when it comes to stereotyping each other. Like, you know, like I said, we're in the streets fighting for equal rights for everybody, for women, for, you know, African American people, for Indian people, for Middle Eastern people, for Asian people, whatever. You know, those same, you know, gay guys in the streets fighting for equality and rights are the same people who on their Grindr profiles, excuse me, says no fats, no femmes, no Hispanics, no blacks, whatever. Like, no, especially like no femmes. No femmes bothers me so fucking much. Like, I have been categorized as a femme gay for all of my fucking adult life because I do like to wear makeup and I like products, but like I also like a lot of things that guys like to do. Like, I mean, like, no, I don't like to watch fucking football. Like, I don't sit around and watch football. No, I'm not one of those, you know, people. That's just not what I'm interested in. Like, that's not fun to me. Like, I like to go to a game. Like if I'm physically at a game, yeah, I will watch it and I will have a good time. But like sitting in front of a TV watching it, no, that's not fun. I want to watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and if that makes me a femme gay, then whatever. But like, even before I met Brandon and, you know, we had our fairy tale ending and all that, I got like, you know, from potential people I maybe have been interested. So, of course, my life, rather than getting into real deep shit, my phone dies. So, there's that. I did stop with my makeup until my phone turned back on, plugged into the charger. So, I'm just going to pick up right where I left off. I was doing foundation. I've actually recently switched to Don't Judge Me for using this foundation because I'm not 19 any longer. So, I have a really good friend who does makeup, and I watched a lot of fucking YouTube tutorials, and even people my age are using this foundation, which is Simply Ageless by CoverGirl, because it's basically foundation, primer, concealer, all in one, which I still use concealer, but I'm 25, and I'm like, my dark circle, like, there's shadow in here, like, it's making it worse than it is, but like, I'm getting bags bad. Anyways, back to what I was actually talking about. I was saying, like, you know, Brandon and I, like, our relationship is great compared to like a lot of, you know, shit I experienced before we started dating. Like, I never actually considered myself to be a femme gay, and that was mainly because I have never felt like I act like a super flamboyant, you know, like really out there type of a gay guy. And to me, you know, and maybe I'm even like putting the femme stereotype into a corner by saying this, but like, to me, like, femme was drag, full on drag, like, you know, people preparing like to transition or getting to the transition point, and like, you know, so many other various things. Like, I just like, in which all of that's great, like, I have no problem with it. Like, you know, I flirted with the idea of doing drag for a little while, and, you know, that wasn't, you know, again, it just was not for me. Like, that was not for me. And, you know, everyone has their thing, but like, I never really like stopped to consider myself femme. And like, guys that I would have potentially like been interested in, or, you know, I thought were attractive or whatever, like, I would literally like, I would get messages like, you're cute, but I saw a makeup video you did, and that's just like not what I'm into. Or like the way I would be posing in a photo, like doing duck lips, or, you know, whatever. Like, I would get feedback, I guess you could call it, from, you know, guys like, oh, you're cute, but you're too femme for me. You're cute, but you like makeup. You're cute, but this, and this, and you're femme, like too femme for me. And, you know, I have never necessarily been attracted to a specific type per se. Like, none of the people I have dated have been similar in like any kind of way. So like, I don't know, like I guess everyone probably says they don't have a type, but I genuinely don't think I do. But like, if I were to like potentially be like starting to be interested in someone, or like I'll just use Brandon for an example, like he is a cheerleader, he coaches cheerleading, he coaches tumbling, all this, like I never would have considered him to be femme per se either, but you know, a lot of the gay community would consider us both to be femme, I guess. But I never looked at him like that, and like I never looked at anyone like that in general, like that I was interested in. I didn't like go say, oh, I like you because you're mask, or like I never did the whole mask for mask, or you know, whatever. Like I never fell into those roles. And I don't know, like maybe I'm fucking crazy, like who knows, but it's just like, how can we go and fight for all of these injustices when we are sitting here, and I'm saying we as the gay community because I do consider myself a part of the gay community, like we are in the streets preaching things are so wrong, but yet again, like on our social media or our dating profiles, like on our grinders, like no fats, no femmes, no gays, you know, I mean, not no gays, obviously, here. We're here for the gays. Well, some of those straight boys be on there, like, I'm just down for, you know, a one-time thing. I got a wife and kids. Like, that shit pisses me off. Like, there's nothing wrong with being gay, first of all. And if you are married, I don't care if you are in the closet. You are married at that point. Like, you cannot, just because you have, you know, didn't explore things that you wanted to before you got married, like, you're married, you know, no. First of all, like, that is so fucked on so many different levels, and I just can't even begin. I'm just not even gonna go down that. You're married, like, no, not cool. You should have explored your sexuality. Maybe you didn't feel like you had the opportunity to. Maybe it was a different generation, or a time frame where you didn't feel like you could, but do not put another person through that heartbreak of having to be cheated on because you didn't explore your own sexuality fluidly enough. Like, no, I'm not here for that. And anyways, so that's kind of like, it's just so annoying to me, and that's my viewpoint on it. Like, in my coming out video, which you guys have already watched, I've already attached it further back in this video, I was like so happy to be a part of the gay community, but like at that time I was seeing it through rose-colored glasses, and I'm not trying to like say every part of the gay community is bad, because it's not. Like, some of my best friends have come from the majority of time I spent in the gay district here in Oklahoma City. Like, to this day, like my best friend Trent, like I met my best friend Rachel through the gay community intermittently, but I found like genuine people there too, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But like, to me, like, I've taken such a large step back from the gay community because there is still so much negativity, and I just don't want to be pulled into that. Like, the cliques, all of that, like, gays are so cliquey. There's like groups, and like I even felt part of this. Like, for a while I was like actively a member of this clique that, you know, would essentially cut people down. Like, they were fueled by their own hate towards others. Like, they wanted to just be better than everyone. Like, in their minds they were. I felt the same way. Like, I was a part of that. And on some level it was like, oh, I'm accepted with these people, like these cool people that are so, you know, popular in the community, and, you know, not so much even liked, but like they were legitimately fucking feared in the gay community. And it just took like, I mean, like, these people would like, and obviously I'm not going to go spilling tea and calling any names out, but because I'm classier than that. But it's just like, don't drag people down just because like you think you're better than someone. No one is better than anyone. And that's my point. That's the message I want to get across to the youth of 2018. Like, I want to talk to the kids who were me when I made that first video. Like, yes, be excited to be excited to be a part of something bigger than yourself, and be happy that, you know, you found a place where you're accepted. That is fucking great. Yes. Oh my God, that's so great. Just don't fall into the cliches that you want to be against. Like, well, I mean, like, not against, but like the things that you stand for. Don't let yourself fall into cliches where you start to question if you still stand for what you believe in. And, you know, it's so easy to do that because, you know, you start feeling popular, you start feeling like, you know, you're getting attention, all of, you know, these things that, you know, you may potentially have felt like you missed out on. Like I mentioned in that video that I was, you know, a foster kid, intermittently like tossed between my family and foster families and just like, you know, churches that were not good and just, you know, all of it. So at that point in my life, I so deeply wanted to be, accepted on a deeper level and just like ultimately to like just feel loved.
Okay guys, so this is where I'm gonna stop for part 1. Stay with me. Like I said, I just don't want to drag it out in one video. I want it to, you know, really resonate with you guys and all that. So let me know how you feel about this first part of the video or the documentary, and stay tuned. I will post the second part tomorrow. Okay guys, good night. You all be safe out there. Love you all. Bye.